I mean, it's hard to balance all three of us, but I feel like it just cuts off at Nick's forehead a lot of the time. His five head, I'm sorry, his five head.
Nick should stand in the back.
We'll stand in the back. You know what I like most about this? We have a tiny beer for a big episode.
We do. I like that. Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Season finale. What are we doing? So we've been saving this recipe for a little bit because I don't know why we've been saving it. Just we like
because it's one of our favorites, and we wanted to do.
And it's a lot of work.
No, it's time consuming like a regular lasagna, right? But I don't know. I made this lasagna. What was the first time I made it for you? Like what, 2 years ago almost? Yeah. So 2 years ago, I made this vegan lasagna, and Nick was like dumbfounded by it. And we've been slowly improving the recipe. Check it out. We're gonna get right to it. I guess we're gonna start with our tomato sauce because that's gonna take the longest to cook, followed by bechamel, and my little secret ingredient is we add pesto to all the layers. So stay tuned.
Which was mind-blowing. All right, so to get started with the lasagna, we want to get our tomato sauce going first, and that's because we want all of the flavors to start to mingle and cook together a little bit. You may recognize this tomato sauce from our vegan margarita pizza.
As Nick moves and just squeaks.
Yeah. If you guys haven't seen that episode, you can feel free to check it out. I will probably link it like that corner, I think, suggested videos. So check that out, definitely. We'll give you a brief rundown though. We are using fire roasted tomatoes. We are going to add a little bit of onion and garlic to that as well. Just some fresh herbs, basil, thyme, oregano, and then of course salt and pepper. And the most important ingredient is the red wine, which is kind of what sets our sauce apart from others. And that red wine gives a nice, kind of robust accent to the sauce that you don't get from a lot of other tomato sauces. So to start off with the sauce, we're going to add a little bit of butter to a hot pan, add our garlic and onion and just sweat those out for a couple of minutes. Afterwards, we will add the tomatoes, the basil, and the thyme to that, as well as the oregano, salt, and pepper, and let those cook for a minute or two longer, and then go ahead and add our wine and just let that on a really low simmer where those flavors start to get to know each other, get really friendly, and just let that keep cooking while we get everything else ready.
Darling, we're doing a bechamel. Yes.
Why are you doing Sean Connery?
Thank you. See, there you go. Okay, it worked out. So, bechamel, it's essentially a very milky, buttery, roux-y, delightful sauce. It's going to be a key component to our lasagna, and it's a very simple process. All we're going to do is we're going to take some vegan milk, bring it up to a boil. To that vegan milk, we're going to add some thyme, and then in a separate pan, we're actually going to create a roux using some vegan butter and flour. Once the roux is going, again, make sure you keep stirring and keep it going. Hey, Batman. With the vegan roux, we're going to keep that going, and then once our vegan milk is nice and bubbly and has cooked with the thyme for a little bit, we're going to strain the thyme out of it and add it to the roux, give it a good stir, and it should condense into the bechamel sauce. It's going to be... This is my favorite dish, y'all. I love the lasagna.
So we're gonna make some pesto. I love making pesto, it's amazing. It's very simple. You get garlic as much as you want. Sometimes I add too much. You can ask Thomas. And then fresh basil, pine nuts, and olive oil. Basically put it all into like a food processor or whatnot. I use like a Vitamix thing. Blend it all together till it's smooth. You might need to add a little bit more olive oil depending on how like thick your pine nuts are, your basil, it just depends. And then once it's all blended up, you're good to go. You can even store it in the fridge for a few days. Anyways, yeah, check it out. As Thomas dances. So our noodles are almost done cooking. We're gonna go ahead and preheat our oven to 375. Scylla wants some nuts. And then we're gonna layer it. We'll show you how to layer because it's actually pretty specific on how to get like the best flavors. And then we're gonna put it in the oven and wait probably about 45 minutes to an hour to let it cook. It takes a while, but trust me, it's worth it. Yeah. Let's try. All right, we got the vegan lasagna. It's a little
Runny.
I don't want to say runny. I mean, it's like a lasagna. However, if you want to get a really nice crunch on it, we've made a bunch because we're 3 dudes and we're hungry. Cast iron skillet or cast iron anything will add like a nice crunch around it. Highly recommend. But
So look what the wine, the color of these noodles, by the way.
it's fantastic. Like yeah. Also, the noodles just break apart, which is what you want in a lasagna. Like, all right.
The bechamel, dude.
Bechamel's good.
How is
And
this?
Scylla eats too. How is that, Scylla?
And the wine has like a really like strong acid flavor. So when you get like the cheese and the bechamel and the pesto like with it, it's like a really nice contrast to it.
This is good. Vegan lasagna. I'm telling you guys, it's where it's at. And I honestly can't tell the difference between this and a regular lasagna.
Oh man, this really might be the best one you've made.
I think it might be. Yeah. I think the only time we're gonna talk, I think we should try cast iron just to experience it.
Julian, you know exactly what to say to make a girl excited.
Why is that so funny?
I was just gonna make a bedroom. Anyway, we're ready to eat. I think it's time to eat. You guys are already eating.
Well, I'm hungry.
So
Something to eat.
it is time to eat. It's
There's
time to
food in
eat.
my mouth.
Even
Time to
Scylla
eat
says
this
it's time to
food.
eat.
Scylla's eating.
That's
We're ready
enough.
to eat. Thank you guys so much. Season 2, that's it for our fall season. So we will have content coming out for the off season, I guess is what we call it.
Yeah.
We'll be back with winter season episodes, some winter seasonal things in a couple of weeks.
Expect some soups.
But thank you guys so much for your continued support. Really didn't think we'd make it this far, honestly. When we started the I thought we'd do it for a couple of weeks.
Wow. Fuck you. Rude. Rude.
So we love you guys and thank you so much. And anybody else?
Much love, much peace,
Yeah.
much taco grease.
All that. We're gonna eat lasagna because this is good.
Bitch lasagna.
Bitch lasagna.
Where did that
Bitch
name
lasagna.
come from? Why is it bitch lasagna?
PewDiePie.
PewDiePie.
Who's PewDiePie?
Oh my god. You know what we should do? We should go to a bathhouse.
Huh?
Yeah.
What are you on about?
We should totally just go to a bathhouse and like chill and have like a nice soak together. And then like do the sauna. Just chill.
It's like the GTA hot tub, man.